husband and I, we always wake up early and we have coffee together and we watch WLOS News, and we were there watching the news, and Charles Perez was using language like it's going to be a major storm. There are going to be severe outages. And when he said the word outage, the TV went out. And for 14 days, we were without power, water, and internet. That thought of being in that kind of environment had never entered my mind before. So I think the capsule word here would be very surreal for us.
When I heard a hurricane was coming through, I really wasn't that worried, because it wasn't even like a category 4 or something like that. But then about, I think it was maybe around 10 on Friday morning, the power went out, which I expected would happen. But then I heard the first tree fall in my backyard, and that really scared me. And that's when I realized, oh, this is going to be a lot more serious than what I was initially expecting. When it really hit me that it was bad was the following Sunday, when we were finally able to get into Old Fort, and I saw the Monty House and the museum, especially the Monty House, because it was gone. Yeah.
At the museum, we figured, with the Monty House, our office building being between two creeks, that we would flood, given the amount of rainfall we were supposed to have. So we had tried to put everything, up on higher shelves, move them upstairs, box things up, just basically get it out of the way, thinking that if it flooded, it would probably only come up, a couple of feet at most, if that much, inside the house, because the house sat on 3-foot-high piers underneath. So we figured, 5 feet, surely to goodness it's not going to get that high. Never thinking that it would wash off the foundation and, get twisted around and slam down on the ground like it did. So, but anyway, we had prepared as much as we could and thought we were okay. We had sandbagged the garage and, tried to do the best we could to prepare for floodwaters, and just obviously it wasn't enough.
I got up early to look and see if either one of the water flows through town were coming out of their banks. And both of them were very high, about 7:30, but they were not out of their banks. I saw the police chief here in town blocking the water course right out here of Mill Creek. And within just a few minutes, the water was up out of the banks. My mom and I made it into Hardee's with just a few seconds to spare, because we could actually see the water level rising, and it was rising quickly. There were National Guardsmen here, there were highway patrolmen, sheriff's department people, there were folks doing swiftwater rescue. They were having trouble getting in to get some people because of debris that was in the water. And that went on basically all day. The water started to, I guess you could say, recede about 2 o'clock. And then we could see that it was mud everywhere. I've never seen so much mud in my life.
Saturday, I ventured out and I walked downtown, and then I saw the devastation. People were mopping out the house, sweeping out the house. Muddy water was in their houses, and you could see that they were literally just swamped with mud. I mean, it was just nothing but mud and dirt. And then I saw the church was devastated. I mean, it was just awful. And then the Roots Salon and the bicycle shop were inundated with mud, 3 feet of mud. And people were just walking through the mud and driving through the mud and water were just splashing everywhere.
The first day after the flood, I came back into town and I had to park outside of town and walk. The highway patrol would not let me bring my truck into town. So I parked outside and walked in, and everywhere I looked, people were helping people. There were church groups, there were people that I had no idea who they were, but they were in here with shovels. They were trying to dig stuff out for people. They were carrying cases of water on their backs. It was just people. And I was amazed at just the turnout of churches, family groups, everybody that was there. They were just helping.
Everybody was facing the same tragedy. Everybody was on the same playing field. And so everybody was coming together to help each other, to give them supplies. If you got supplies, you made sure your neighbor had supplies. You would get supplies for your neighbors and things like that.
Had a mighty storm, yeah, had a mighty storm.